Was good, yeah. 15 times drop rates instead of 10x events from now on. Gear dungeon, as well as the March update not being dead. So, here we go. Patch note time, and we're going to go in instantly with number 1, Summoning Pool. It has been noted that with the continuous release of legendary heroes, the chance of summoning raid-up heroes in the original summoning events 10x has been affected. To improve commander summoning experience, we've decided to enhance the drop rates of raid-up heroes in special summon events from 10x to 15x. So, obviously big W, there's nothing bad with this, besides if you don't want the featured characters, but why would you then pull on the banner? Next up. Gear Dungeon. Gear Dungeon is finally open. You can now access it via raids, gear raid. For more details, please refer to Notice Gear Dungeon intro. Now, obviously, we need to talk about when is the update. The update is 4 hours and 45 minutes before daily reset. So whenever daily reset is for you, it is going to be 4 hours and 45 minutes before that, up until 2 hours and 45 minutes towards it, right? So the 25th is going to be a Monday, so it's again going to be basically a Tuesday update. Even though it says the 25th, it's basically Tuesday update. Alright. Next off, gear. Gear type, new gear, variant gear. Commanders can obtain unidentified gear in the gear dungeon, which can be identified in the foundry to turn into variant gear. If you want to learn more about variant gear, I have a couple Gear Raid 4 videos on my channel already. So you can definitely check those out if you want to see how you can identify pieces, how much you actually get or expect from 150 runs, yada yada. Then we have the new set that we've already also talked about in the Gear Raid 4 video, which is going to be crit damage 40%, attack percent 10, and a Light's Grace, which is ceiling effect 30, rage region 10. And then also the other 3-piece sets, like when the ultimate is triggered, increases damage by 30% and crit damage by 40%, lasting for 5 seconds. Damage reduction plus 50% for each enemy blocked, increases defense by 5% up to 4 times. Then when deployed, HP plus 20% when being attacked, recovers 5% of max HP. Triggers up to 1 time every 5 seconds. And then set bonus when on the field, all allies deal 4% bonus damage. So we're getting 2 new left side sets, 4 or 5 new right side sets. We have the ability to now gain or play a new dungeon where we can get more rewards, and as far as it seems, you cannot buy extra entries. So Gear Dungeon is equal for everyone. Besides the stage you can clear, it's equal for everyone. 150 entries, and at least with the way it looks, you can't get more. Alright, so Boreas Nerf. Even though we're getting the 15x and we're getting Gear Dungeon, they also gotta give us, like, it's like carrot and stick, right? We got the carrot and now we're getting the stick. So Boreas Nerf is coming. If you want to know how impactful that Boreas Nerf is, already also have a video of that. So honestly, I just put them in the pinned comments if you want to look for the Gear Raid 4 or Boreas videos. But enough of the Boreas patch notes. Then we have Guild Wars. Optimize the visual display of pop-ups for Guild War results, optimize the logic behind the Guild War countdown display, and optimize some Demon Soldier video guides. So honestly, nothing that really affects anyone. And then we have added a new feature, top picks. You can mark heroes as top picks on the hero page. Come on. And you can sort your heroes by top picks. Now, honestly, you might be wondering, oh, how does it look? So yeah, right here you have this heart symbol. You can click on the heart symbol, heart the character, and then they're going to be favorites, which puts them at the very tippity top, no matter after what you're actually searching. So favorite heroes are always going to be at the top. So for example, if you always run Silas, you should favorite your Silas, and he's never going to escape you. And then also we have the ability to not just display the 6 highest BP heroes in our profile, but we can now pick whoever we want. So for example, as soon as you pull a new hero, you could display him right there to flex on your friends or something along those lines. Which then leads us to the very last one, which is going to be added a new feature to help better identify your friends by adding remarks. So you could, for example, call Destined. You could call Destined Watcher the Leaker, right? For example, introduced auto-fight feature to the challenges in Heroes Visit. This is really nice. Like, I hate the stages you need to play for Heroes Visit, but that's just me. Added an in-game mouse pointer for the Windows version. Seems good. So we now have a special mouse pointer for the Windows version. Introduced Forge and identified the Foundry. Now, why is that even relevant outside of Gear Dungeon? That is because in comparison to how it worked on Forerunners, you can now farm Sanguine Fabric and Smoldering Scale, which are the crafting materials for the new left side and right side gear, even while farming 19, 20, 21 of gear 1, 2, 3. So even if Gear Dungeon isn't on, you are going to be able to farm those materials, which means we can then craft some more left side and right side gear, but we're not going to have the ability to get variant gear out of those crafts. Optimized the visual display of exclusive artifact icons. So yeah, again, for those super curious, here we go. So we basically have now the crystals changed to in red, and we have the surroundings changed to a darker red, as well as this hero plus star symbol to symbolize that it's an exclusive equipment. Next off, we just have a change of the raid entrance page, but honestly, it's nothing too special. They've optimized the visual display of summoning rewards, so you can now see the summoning rewards a bit differently. Then we have optimized difficulty of Shadowkeeper and Hard and Elite. So for Hard and Elite Void Rift, Shadowkeeper is now easier with less defense. Emotes can now be used in the chat of friends, so you can technically chat with your friends and send them emotes. Added access to video guides for certain heroes and raids now. Obviously the big question is, how do you access them? But I guess we shall see. Fix the bug where you cannot slide the gear list properly after enhancing and selling gear. So just a bug fix, and then fix the bug where the BP colors of monsters appeared abnormal in the Void Rift. Which already at this point concludes this patch note. And honestly, I didn't even expect them to do this, right? So we had that March update overview in the beginning, but it wasn't really that exciting. It kind of felt like we're going to end the month on Crowder, but we're going to end it on a bang. 15x banners as well as Gear Dungeon already coming in clutch. So this shit is legit. See each other in the next one.